Keystone is 80 years old this year. We have been providing services for youth, families, and seniors for 80 years. Keystone is one of the largest food shelf providers in the East Metro and certainly within Ramsey County. And what makes us unique is the number of people that we serve. We serve almost 9,000 people a month with food shelf services, and then we also provide crisis support and other kinds of connecting services for families. And the Foodmobile is a really important part of how we've been able to extend and expand our services to support seniors in particular, and also families that don't live near one of our food shelves.
The ground chicken or the pork patty?
It never occurred to me that we would be able to actually fund the Foodmobile on that one night. And people just were so generous.
I live at Heritage House in Lowertown, St. Paul. The morning the Foodmobile comes, everybody is gathering down in the reception area. People have their granny carts and their grocery bags, and everybody's pretty pumped up, you know, they're excited, like, what are we going to have today, you know?
John, would you like milk and eggs today?
The volunteers help, and they're very friendly, and it doesn't feel like a handout, it feels like I'm shopping.
A lot of people come to the Foodmobile and it's tough for them to ask for help. So we try and make them as comfortable as possible when they come into our Foodmobile.
We absolutely could not run this program without really strong partnerships. And we have had so many organizations step up and say, we really want to make sure that people in our community are getting food.
With our patients, they have a whole life-changing experience while they start dialysis. So being able to offer the food truck and the benefits of the food truck is so neat.
They give us good food, and it helps out me and my grandkids.
It's been really a great experience working with Keystone and the Foodmobile, being able to provide our patients with additional nutrition that they can't get elsewhere.
I was just fascinated by the capabilities of this vehicle. It came with refrigeration compartments, freezer compartments, and then actually there was products that was, from the major food groups.
And we have organizations on a waiting list that want to do this with us, which is why we need a larger Foodmobile.
Nobody knew how it was going to go, but boy, it has taken off, and it's shown there was a huge need.
A lot has changed since I started managing the Foodmobile back at the end of 2016. Back then we had maybe a handful of volunteers, we had maybe a dozen sites. At this point, almost 3 years later, I have a small army of 30 volunteers and 25 sites a month, and I'm serving 900 people. It's really grown, and it's maxed out. I don't know how many more people we could serve on the Foodmobile, given the limitations that it has.
A larger Foodmobile will do a couple things for us. Number one, it will help us at Foodmobile distributions that we currently have in place, where we have large numbers of families coming, and we need more food on our Foodmobile in order to serve that number of families. It'll also give us a second Foodmobile so we can add more sites.
Rents seem to be climbing on a weekly and monthly basis, and there's still a need, regardless of people working full-time or part-time. There's a great need.
It gives individuals an opportunity to supplement their monthly food supplies. It also reduces trauma. Can you imagine being a child going to bed hungry and then getting up the next morning and still hungry?
I'd like for others to know that Keystone is a great example of how to do this work, really understanding the needs of their community and being a great resource there.
We want to make sure that all families have food.
If I could speak to the people who give us money to run this, I would tell them that they are making a huge difference.
Bringing funding for a program such as this to communities has a major impact and a powerful impact.
Without you, there are lots of folks who would be an awful lot hungrier.
Thank you, Keystone. We love you. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.